Who's there? It's Yakubu and Sheringham is there. And it is the equaliser that we've been expecting. Yakubu should have put it away. But as long as Teddy Sheringham's there to mop it up, that is completely fine by me. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome to episode 8 of Project Pompey. We are in 8th place in the league, which we've been in 8th for most of the season. And seeing as we're, 4 points off Aston Villa, and we're 6 points clear of Leicester with a game in hand, it's a pretty high chance we're going to be finishing in 8th place in the league this season, which the board I think would be very happy with, seeing as we're only expected to get mid-table. The form since she last left us has been pretty good. We did lose the Birmingham game straight after Arsenal 3-2, which was a bit disappointing, seeing as they scored 3 goals after we were 2-0 up. But I guess that's kind of revenge for the Middlesbrough game. You know, easy come, easy go. And since then, we beat Charlton 1-0. Nigel Quashie grabbing the goal there. We drew with Bolton 1-0, which was a bit... we were at home. I was expecting us to get a 3 points there, but they did equalise. But we did beat bottom of the table Everton 2-1. Yakubu grabbing a 93rd minute winner. What else can you ask for in a game? And Wayne Rooney is in the game. I know I showed him off before, but if Everton are going to get relegated, he might be the striker I need to get in and get in the team. I mean, he's extremely doubtful at the moment, but I think when Everton get relegated, he might be up for it. He might be up for a move to the South Coast. We will wait and see. So we are going to show off Man City and Chelsea today. I think it's going to be our last 2 games of the season. I might show off Wolves in the last episode on Friday, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how we feel at the end of the episode. So we'll have a look at Man City. Let's see what players they've got. They've got a 4.5-star Nicolas Anelka in the team, 25 years old, £21 million. He has scored, 17 goals? I have to look because the microphone's in the way. 17 goals in the league this season. He has been smashing them in for fun for Manchester City. He's got, he's an elite striker. So I think after here, he went to Man City and he kind of bounced around a few teams. I think he went to he went to PSG, Liverpool, Real Madrid. He did go to quite a number of teams. I think he went to Chelsea as well. So they've also got Antoine Sobieski. He is an attacking midfielder, although he is more of a shadow striker. But, not a big name, but he's only worth 4.5 million, and he would be better than the options we have. So I'm going to be scouting for players looking at these teams. But Sobieski, the number 10 for Man City. So this is a Man City without the millions from Sheikh Mansour. They were pretty much a very average team. I mean, they're in 6th place at the moment, but they were, they weren't a big team at all. They were distinctly average. Sylvain Distin at the back, 26 years old with 5 mil, though he is 90 on the scout report, so he's just as good as Stefanovic, but very decent player at the back. 4 French contingents, the best players. Steve McManaman came from Real Madrid to go to Manchester City to retire. He's an inside forward. He hasn't quite got the pace and the stats he had when he was at Liverpool or Real, but still a very good player. Young Sean Wright-Phillips, Richard Dunn, David Seaman, a 40-year-old David Seaman. And I thought I had an old goalkeeper, well, not an old goalkeeper, but an old player in Teddy Sheringham. David Seaman at 40 years old is still in the game. He's a model citizen, and if we look at his stats, he's just as good as Shaka Hislop. So David Seaman, still a very good goalkeeper in the game at 40 years old. They got Robbie Fowler, Joey Barton, a 21-year-old Joey Barton, a youngster from the Man City Academy. He's a strong defensive midfielder. Only 14 aggression, though. That might need fixing in the future. But Sun Ji-hai as well. A lot of big names here. A lot of names I recognise as well. Let's have a look at the other 23s. Who they got? Let's see if there's anybody we recognise in here. Needham Onua. He had a decent Premier League career with Sunderland and Man City. Anybody else here I recognise? Nothing off the top of my head. Stephen Ireland came through the Youth Academy of Man City. Bradley Wright-Phillips, who's tearing it up in the MLS. Nobody else springs to mind. Let's have a look at the under-18s. Oh, well, there's a few big names in here. Let's have a look. So we've got Ched Evans, a striker. We've got Kasper Schmeichel, 17-year-old Kasper, Peter Schmeichel's son in the Man City Academy. He forged a very good career. He's a Premier League winner of Leicester, and he is just starting out in the world of football. And Micah Richards, who didn't really live up to his potential. He did well for Man City at the start, but really petered off and then went to Aston Villa and didn't do very well at all. So they've got some decent youth prospects in the team. But if we look at their first team and their first 11, they got a very decent squad. And it's going to be tough to get some points out of them. And the team we're going to try and get some points on, we are at home, we are at Fratton Park. We've got Peter Cech in goal, Matty Taylor, Dawson, Stefanovic and Schemmel, Smirton, Fay, Kwashi, Teddy Sheringham, Patrick Berger's not playing the best, and Yakubu and Todorov playing up front. So we might get something out of this game, but the Chelsea game, not so much. But we're going to give a passionate, I'm expecting a win today. If we tell them they're going to win, they're going to win. I have faith in the boys. Man City, 6th place. They are 6 points clear of us. They are in a Europa League or UEFA Cup place. You got to remember, it's 2003. It's the UEFA Cup. But can we get some points out of a non-oil-rich Manchester City? 7 minutes in, we have our first highlight. It's a throw-in. Bischoff crosses it. Tyrrell with the ball. I think it's Tyrrell. It's not Tyrrell. It's not Loris Tyrrell. I've been watching too much Game of Thrones. I have to have a look and see who it is. Stefanovic, though, clears it. Todorov heads it on. But it's going to be Sylvain Distin who picks that up from the back. Plays it all the way back to David Seaman, the 40-year-old in goal. And it's Robbie Fowler to Claudio Reyna, I think it is. Is it Claudio Reyna? It's got to be Claudio Reyna. Bischoff finds Nicolas Anelka, and Man City are 1-0 up 8 minutes in, and it is Nicolas Anelka with the goal. They are a better team than us. They're not quite Liverpool or Man United good as us, or dominant on us, but they are a notch above us, I would say, as far as team quality goes. But they do take the lead. It is 1-0 to Man City. Free kick, though, whips it in. Dawson with a header, David Seaman off the line, and Michael Dawson almost got us an equaliser in the 17th minute. But Matty Taylor from the corner, can we have a second chance? Amdi Faye with a shot, but it's well held by David Seaman. Throw in 33 minutes, very back and forth game. The stats are very sort of 50-50, but it's Man City that have had the highlights. But Stefanovic smirting Kwashi to Amdi Faye. Teddy Sheringham lumps it up. Yakubu to chase. Yakubu, 1-on-1. But he can't put it past David Seaman, and that was a big chance for Portsmouth. Coming up to half-time, still 1-0 to Man City. I mean, we've had the clear-cut chances. Yakubu had the 1-on-1. But it is Nicolas Anelka who has put Man City ahead in this game. So we're going to try and pump up the team. We're going to give an aggressive. Expect to see much better in the second half. We'll keep things as they are for now. And it is Portsmouth with the 2 clear-cut chances. So I feel there is a way back into this game for Portsmouth. But can we get that equaliser? 49 minutes. It's Sommel on the ball for Man City. Tarnat crosses it. Sinclair on the back area. Crosses Stefanovic. Kwashi clears it away. Todorov on the counter. Can he find someone? Or is he going to go on his own? Goes out wide. Beats the slide. Crosses it. Who's there? It's Yakubu, and Sheringham is there. And it is the equaliser that we've been expecting. Yakubu should have put it away. But as long as Teddy Sheringham's there to mop it up, that is completely fine by me. Todorov beats the slide, crosses it in. Yakubu's 1-on-1. Should have buried it. But Teddy Sheringham is there to mop it up. And it is 1-1. 61 minutes. Throw into Sinclair. Matty Taylor clears it. This is anybody's game. Sinclair crosses it though. It's a header. But it goes over the bar. Still 1-1. I think I'm going to make some subs. 63 minutes in. We got a very much underperforming Yakubu. So I think we'll move Sheringham up front. Swap them 2 round because Sheringham's not very good pressing forward. Patrick Berg come on as the attacking midfielder. I think what we'll do is we'll go a little bit... Well, we'll go a little bit more direct. See if the the directness gets us a goal. And we'll keep everything else the same, just to see if we can get maybe a little bit more direct, to see if we can try and make that difference and find that killer ball to take the lead. 86 minutes, corner from Kwashi, we've got an attack in. It's clear as far as Distan Stefanovic. The centre-back takes a shot. If he'd have scored there, that would have been an absolute screamer from the centre-back. But we'll see the game out together. It's been fairly quiet in the second half. Nothing much to report. So it does look like it's going to be a 1-1 draw at Fratton Park against Man City, which is okay. I'll take 1-1 because Man City, like I say, they are a better team than us. They got a striker in Anelka that scored 21 goals this season. So a draw is not the end of the world. So I'm going to say, unlucky, wasn't our day, but we'll take the point. We'll take the 1-1 draw. Man City do hold out for a draw. We are on a 4-game unbeaten run. And as far as league table goes, we are still in 8th place. We are 6 points off the teams above us, but more importantly, we are 6 points clear of the teams below us. So we are pretty comfortable in 8th place. And like I say, more than likely, we are going to finish in 8th place, which is completely fine. I would have taken that at the start of the season. No problems whatsoever. But we are going to go to Stamford Bridge to a 4th place Chelsea. Is this going to be another one of those 3-game smashes? You will have to tune in a second. We are looking at a 4th place Chelsea, a Chelsea team that have just been taken over by Roman Abramovich. There's a few big names in this team already, and we'll go through them together. We start with Adrian Mutu, who has scored 24 goals this season, who famously failed a drugs test in real life, and there was a massive legal battle between him and Palmer about who had to pay the fee. But in this game, he is with Chelsea, he is banging in the goals for fun, and he is worth £28.5 million. Attacking midfielder and a striker, but he's got all the greens needed to play in either position. He has been doing wonders for Chelsea this season with a 7.2 average rating in the league. Joined by Hernan Crespo, a 5-star player who didn't do really well at Chelsea in real life. He didn't really hit the heights that was expected of him, but he's been banging goals for fun this season. 17 goals in the league, 7 in the Champions League. So Hernan Crespo showing Football Manager 2019 what he should have done in real life. You've got William Gallas, who went to Arsenal off the back of Chelsea. I don't think he was that good, but apparently so. He can play right back or centre back, but he did throw a bit of a tantrum when he was at Arsenal. But he played for Chelsea, played for Arsenal, and played for Spurs. So he went to all the London clubs. He wanted to get the collection. A 22-year-old Joe Cole's in the team. He was a youngster coming through at West Ham, signed for Chelsea, and he really did light up the Premier League when he was at Chelsea. Injuries kind of got the better of him towards the end of his career. He went to Liverpool, but was nowhere near the player he was at Chelsea. But 16 caps, 2 goals for Joe Cole. We've got Marcel Desailly, the guy who was there before the takeover. He was the rock at the back for Chelsea. 35 years old, central defender, 17 heading, 17 marking, 17 tackling, 20 determination. He is someone you want at the back, and at 35 years old, he will be sorely missed in that Chelsea defence. Not that I think they'll have any problems in replacing him. We've got a 25-year-old prime Frank Lampard, joined Chelsea from West Ham, and this is him when he was banging in the long shots for fun, commanding the midfield, box to box, getting involved, and he did become a Chelsea legend whilst at the club. Got a 23-year-old John Terry, king from Chelsea. He went on to Nottingham Forest, but he was from Chelsea's youth academy. And again, he is starting to reach his prime. 3 caps, 1 goal for England, so he's starting to get recognised at international level. But he's already got the tools required to be a centre-back for the next 10 years at Chelsea. I'm sure we'll be running into him a little bit more often as this series goes on. But who else we've got? Let's have a look. So we've got Idager Johnson, Jeremy Hasselbanks in the team, Emmanuel Petit. So I think this is going to be another one of those how many goals they're going to score past us episodes. But we'll have a look at the youngsters. Who have they got in the under-23s? Let's see who they got. Anybody we recognise here? So Joe Proctor, Stephen, no, nobody there. Nobody in the under 23s I really recognise. Let's have a look at the under 18s. Anybody here? No, nobody stands out. Nobody that I recognise anyway. I mean, you might look at them and go, oh my God, I recognise that player, but nobody stands out in the youngsters anyway. So at the moment, it is just the first 11, and yeah, they've got a pretty good first 11 to work with. So we are away from home, so I'm going to slightly tweak the tactics. I'm going to go cautious. I'm going to maybe bring the defensive line back a little bit, just to hopefully try and keep the play. Stick on standing for now, but if the long balls don't work, we may have to go short passing. But we'll Petr Cech in goal, the goalie we've stolen from Chelsea. He's not going to join them in real life. He's joining Portsmouth instead. Taylor, Dawson, Stefanovic and Schemmel at the back. Ahumada comes in for Smerton as Smerton cannot play against his parent club. Amdi Faye and Kwashi in the midfield. Bruno Cheru, Yakubu and Todorov starts up front. So my friends, this could be a draw. This could be a Chelsea hammering. It's probably going to be the latter. And to be fair, we're probably going to finish 8th anyway. So I'm going to say we've got nothing to lose. You know, I have faith in you. Make the difference. And we'll see how many goals we can try and not concede against Chelsea. But we are away at Stamford Bridge. It's a funny feeling this is going to be a hammering. But we will wait and see how we get on. But it's a corner 1 minute in. We lasted 2 minutes against. It's a save. Oof. Throw in 6 minutes. I was going to say, we lasted like 2 minutes against. I can't remember who it was. I recorded like 5 minutes ago. I can't remember who it was. Arsenal. It was Arsenal. We lasted 2 minutes against Arsenal, but we've lasted 13 minutes so far against Chelsea. We're doing alright so far. 28 minutes in, we've nearly gone half an hour without conceding, but it is Chelsea having the shots, but we are having the possession. Babayaro, Hernan Crespo's one-on-one, and Michael Dawson hooks it away. Still 0-0. But it's a free kick from Damien Duff. Jeremy's there, and it is a goal for Chelsea. Jeremy grabbing the goal, and it's been coming. I can't say it hasn't been coming, but we've had the possession, and we are getting the shots. So I might move it from cautious to positive, to try and see if we can move the ball about a little bit better. 40 minutes in, throw in from Johnson. Adrian Mutu shouldn't be in the game, he should be banned. But Babayaro, loads of room. Adrian Mutu, and it is 2-0 to Chelsea. Adrian Mutu with his 25th goal of the season. They are 2-0 up. And, yeah, we'll dial it back to cautious. We'll dial it back a bit. But Babayaro had absolutely loads of room to run into. Feeds it in, first time shot, top of the net. Petr Cech wasn't going to get to that. 2-0 Chelsea coming up to half time. We were doing well for the first half an hour. And then we kind of just let it go in the last 15 minutes of the game. Well, the first half anyway. But, like I say, it is Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Let's not got too far ahead of ourselves. But we're going to give a reminder. We're going to give a passion. No, we're going to do what the assistant says. You know, got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Until I have faith in them. Because let's be fair, Chelsea are going to smash us anyway. So second half, 2-0 down to Chelsea. Nothing to lose. We're going to finish probably in 8th place. Let's see if we can grab a goal. Let's grab a goal. Like we did in the Arsenal game. 1 goal is all I'm after. But Babayaro's on the ball. Are they going to score straight away? No, they're not. Petr Cech holds on to the ball. Free kick, Damien Duff, 55 minutes into the box. Taylor clears it as far as John Terry. Deflected, but good Johnson to Terry again. And it's off the post. John Terry's not going to score today. 65 minutes, let's make some subs. Yakubu not having the best of games out there. So we'll bring Teddy Sheringham on for him. Move him into the complete forward role. 6.4 from Schemmel. I think right back's going to be a position we need to look out for. Kwashi's on a 6.5 as well. We'll bring him off. And we'll bring Tim Sherwood on. He hasn't had a game recently. We'll bring goal Tim Sherwood on. And we'll see if we make a difference with 25 minutes to go. 72 minutes. And it's Chelsea again on the ball. Frank Lampard. finds Jeremy to Jasper Gronkia with a shot. It's 3-0 Chelsea. The average continues. 3 is the average when it comes against the big teams on camera. And they've grabbed their third goal. Jasper Gronkia getting the goal. He was a brilliant player for Chelsea. Not really linked in with the Abramovich era players, but he was a fine player in his own right, and he's proven it today with a long shot against us. 3-0 Chelsea, to be expected. Coming up to full time, we have limited them to 3 goals, which, as I say, seems to be the Portsmouth top team average of 3 goals conceded. Send Jeremy off. No, it's full time. It's full time, 3-0 Chelsea. I'm going to give despite the result, I'm pleased with your performance. Want to keep the morale high with the team. Chelsea eased to victory. Yeah, I'd probably say that's accurate there. So looking at the competitions, and yeah, we are still in 8th place, as to be expected. Still 6 points off Man City, and we are still 6 points off Middlesbrough. So I think what we'll do as far as next episode goes, seeing as if my maths are right, this will come out on a Wednesday. For Friday's episode, we'll show off the Wolves game. It'll be the only game we show on camera, and then we'll go through what we plan to do with our summer transfer window, where we're going to be looking for players, what tactics we're going to be using, and what our plans for next season is going to be. Because as a reminder, this is a series that ends when we win the Champions League. So once Portsmouth win the Champions League, the series ends. Or if we get to like FM2020, then the series ends there. So league table, 8th place, looking very comfortable. I don't think we're going to be moving from 8th, to be honest with you. But tune in next time for the last episode of the season. Will we secure 8th place? And what kind of transfers are we going to be doing? Tune in next time to find out. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2019 content. We upload the Project Pompey series every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT, and tune in on Friday for the last episode of the season against Wolves and our plan for the summer. Thank you very much for watching.